Hi everyone, this is Maria's Budgeting. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you are new. So today I'm going to be doing my sinking fund update for the month of September. So here I have my sinking fund spread and my spending tracker spread as well. So we are first going to start off by looking at our spending tracker and seeing how much we spent from each sinking fund. The ones that are highlighted are the ones that I spent from. If they're not highlighted, I didn't spend anything from that specific sinking fund. So the first one is Adventures, and it looks like I only have one transaction, which is of $50. Moving on to car maintenance, I do have this transaction here for $55 along with $100. So in total, I did spend $155. On to casino, I have one transaction of $100. On to clothing, I have one transaction of $20 and another one of $10, which is a total of $30. On to investing, I have one transaction of $150. Personal spending, I have one transaction of $30. And then I have toiletries, which is one transaction of $25. And then vacation, I have one transaction of $60, and that is all. So I am going to calculate really quick how much I spent throughout the month. I'm going to start off over here. So we have 60, 55, 150, 20, 100, 100, 10, 25, 50, and 30. Oh, that is definitely wrong because it should not end in a 1. So we have $600 that we spent. I'm going to write that down here. I'm going to go ahead and calculate over here and make sure that we have matching amounts. Okay, so that is correct. So I'm just going to close this really quick, and I am going to write down 60 here. Let me go ahead and calculate how much I added throughout the month. So I added 10 from Adventures, 20 from Beauty, 30 from Birthdays. Car insurance got $150, then $55 for car maintenance. Nothing for car tax. Casino got $10, $100 for Christmas. $30 for clothing. Electronics got $20. Nothing for emergency fund. Family fund got $10. $20 for gifts. Health got $20. $20 for holidays. Home got $20 as well. $10 for household. $10 for investing. Medical got $20. $10 for personal spending. Nothing for savings. $20 for school. $15 for toiletries, and $620 for vacation. So throughout the month, I did add $1,220. Now I am going to calculate my ending balances for all of my sinking funds. So Adventure started with 200. I added 10, which is 210 minus 50 is 160 remaining. Moving on to Beauty, 40 plus 20 is 60. Birthdays, 500 plus 30 is 530. Car insurance, 1,500 plus 150 is 1,650. Car maintenance, 600 plus 55 is 655, minus 155 is 500. Car tax, 50 plus nothing minus nothing is 50. Casino, 180 plus 10 is 190, minus 100 is $90. Christmas, 800 plus 100 is 900. Clothing, 200 plus 30 is 230, minus 30 is 200. Electronics 200 plus 20 is 220. Emergency fund is at 4,000. Family fund 100 plus 10 is 110. And as always, kind of messed up there. My handwriting is really bad. Due to the coil here, it's just really bad, but it is what it is. On to gifts, 20 plus 20 is 40. Health, 350 plus 20 is 370. Holidays, 100 plus 20 is 120. Home is 1,370 plus 20 is 1,390. Household, 80 plus 10 is 90. Investing, 240 plus 10 is 250. And then 250 minus 150 is 100. Medical, 350 plus 70. 350 plus 20 is 370. Personal spending, 100 plus 10 is 110. Minus 30 is 80. Savings is at 10,000 since we didn't add or spend anything. School, 3,200 plus 20 is 3,220. Toiletry, 60 plus 15 is 75. Minus 25 is 50. Vacation, 400 plus 620 is 1,020. Minus 60 is 960. Okay. So let's go ahead and calculate everything. Adventures has $160, $60 for beauty, $530 for birthdays, $1,650 for car insurance, $500 for car maintenance, $50 for car tags, $90 for casino, $900 for Christmas, $200 for clothing, $220 for electronics, $4,000 for emergency fund, $110 for family fun. Gifts has 40, $370 for health, $120 for holidays. Home, $1,390, $90 for household. Investing has 100, $370 for medical, $80 for personal spending, $10,000 for savings, $3,220 for school, $50 for toiletries, and $960 for vacation. So that gives me a total of $25,260. Let's make sure that that is correct. So we started with 24,640, and then we added 1,020, but we did spend oh yeah, that's wrong. We spent $600, not 60. So my next 600 is 25,260, which is perfect. Here I have my first binder. I am going to count the money in all of my envelopes and just make sure that the amount that I have in my envelopes does match what I have on my planner. So Adventure should have 160. We have 100, 50, 55, and 60. Moving on to Beauty. Beauty should have 60, 20, 40, 50, and $60 in Beauty. And then I have birthdays, which should have 530. We have 500 in the bank, 20, and 30. On to car insurance. We should have 1,650. So we have 1,500 in the bank, 50, 600, 20, 40, 45, 50. So 1,650. car maintenance does have $500 in the bank. And I have decided that I am going to stop it here for some time. Car tax does have $50, and this one I do have to start stuffing starting the month of October. Casino is getting, or no, it's not getting anything. Should have 90, 50, 70, 80, 85, and 90. Christmas should have 900. So we have 500, 6, 7, 8, 50, 900. Moving on to clothing. Clothing should have 200, 100, 50, 70, 90, and 200. Electronics is getting, I keep saying it's getting, note, it has, or should have 220, 100, 200, 10, 20. On to emergency fund, it does have $4,000 in the bank, and we're done with this one for the year. Family fund should have 110, 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, and 10. Gifts should have 30, I believe. No, 40. $40. 20, 30, 40. I think gifts I am probably going to stop it at $50. On to the next binder. We are going to start off with health. And I do want to add another envelope for my puppy, Teddy. But I actually missed the Fancy Dollars ordering day, so I will have to wait for her next one, which I believe she announced that it's going to be sometime in January, so I'll have to wait for that. On to health, we should have 370, 100, 200, 350, 60, and 70. On to holidays. Holidays should have 120, 100, 10, 20. Moving on to home, it's at 1,390, so we have 1,000 in the bank. 1, 2, 300, 50, 70, 80, and 90. On to household, it should have 90, 50, 70, 80, 85, and 90. Investing is next, and it should have 100, 50, 70, 90, 95, and $100. On to medical. Medical should have 370, 100, 200, 300, 50, 60, and 70. And I think for medical, during my open enrollment coming up soon, if I don't get a health savings account, then I might have to just keep saving here, just because I do want to hopefully next year get my wisdom teeth removed. So that's the goal. Onto personal spending, it should have $80. So we have 20, 40, 60, and 80. Moving on to school, we should have 3,220. We have 3,000 in the bank. 100, 200, 10, and 20. On to toiletries, we have 20, 40, and 50. And we only have one more envelope left, which is vacation, which should have 960. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 56, 57, 50, 70, 90, 8, 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So 960 in vacation. And that is actually all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.